Good evening, welcome to UKO Boxing TV. Tonight we're joined by Paul Mann, trainer, Manny Zaber, Old Hill lightweight, and Lennox Clarke, How's-Owing, super middleweight. Gents, thanks very much for your time. You two boys are both fighting at Walsall Town Hall on February 19th. First of all, how's training going? Manny, talk us through it.
Training's going wicked. Fourth professional fight now, coming up on February 19th. Len's headlining it. So yeah, we're training together, pushing each other in the gym, and we're doing all our runs together as well. So yeah, training's going good.
How competitive does that get, Len, when you're doing your runs together and stuff? Obviously you've got the size over him, but he's a nippy little
no, it's always good to train with someone. And like, as Manny's going through his career now, he's building his engine, so there's more competition there. Whereas before I was just leading the way, but now he's right behind me, so we're pushing each other.
So which areas who wins what area in terms of the sprints and the...
I'll let him tell you that.
He's a faster sprinter than me, but you know, near the end I do like catch up on him.
You're the endurance man.
Yeah.
And now they're getting on, Paul, in that you oversee the technical stuff. And
well, as you know, they both come from the unlicensed background, and Lennox is 9 fights, no losses, so he's done really well. Manny as well. I mean, I'm quite happy with both of their progresses. They've done fantastic. Manny, I think he needs to go down in weight a bit more, but he's doing really well. And they both put 100% in the gym, and it shows when they fight. You never ever think that these two have never had no amateur background at all. They just picked you up just like that, and really good. So yeah, I'm really happy with them both, the way they're progressing.
Manny, we'll take a look at you in action, and then we'll come back for another chat. So Manny, you turned pro middle of last year. You got 3 quick fights in. You must have been pleased with 3 fights in 6 months. Isn't bad progress at all.
Yeah, it was decent. I was meant to have my 4th fight on November 28th, but a show got cancelled for some reason, so I couldn't get that in. So not the end of the year that I was hoping for, but you know, 2016 now, and I'm fighting February straight away. So just want a busy year of fights and just keep winning.
What have you learned so far from the 3 fights? Because as Paul touched on there, you came from an unlicensed background, and it is a different game, isn't it?
It's quite the same really, from amateur to pro. That's what they say. That's different, like. But white collar as well. That's you can take your time, work beyond the jab as well. And
it's just the calibre of fighters that you have. I think that's what you said.
That's a lot different.
You notice how you was just stopping them in the unlicensed, when it's come and with Lennox as well, when it's come to the pros. They're seasoned journeymen and fighters, so
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's the calibre of fighters that you have as a professional.
You've been enjoying it though, that step up in class?
Yeah, I have really enjoyed it, like since I've turned pro, especially like, you know, training here in Wednesbury, and the buzz is great, like, you know what I mean. All the pros in the gym push each other along the way.
How was Christmas then, lads? Because obviously it's not as bad as fighting in January. I would guess you'd be able to have a bit of turkey and stuff, but you can't exactly let yourself go and eat what you want, can you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I boxed on the 19th of December, and because I had an inactive year last year, I got straight back in the gym and kept my weight level from where I last fought, so straight back in the gym for me, so I didn't really get to enjoy Christmas and the food as much as I would have, so I was just waiting to have a good start for this year. Yeah.
So you had a Christmas dinner February 20th?
Yeah, that's it, mate, straight after the fight, mate, that's it, you got it.
Let's have a little look at Lennox in action, then we'll come back and have a chat later. obviously touched on it there. It was quite a frustrating year for you last year. Obviously, you must have been pleased with your progress after first turning pro, but then it didn't quite go to plan last year, did it?
Yeah, I mean, like I had a few setbacks with injuries and that, and then I was due to fight on that big show in Birmingham on the 17th of October, which I caught the flu and cold, so I wasn't 100%, so I had to pull out of that one. So I've had an inactive year, but 2016 is going to be a busy year. It's looking promising for me with the things we've got going on in the background, so it's going to be a good year for me. Yeah.
You just touched on as well the fact that you couldn't really have a Christmas because you fought not long before Christmas and you wanted to get straight back out there again. Does that inactivity sort of put the bit between your teeth a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, it's given me the hunger again. Like, obviously, I feel more driven now. So obviously, having such an inactive last year, especially knowing what I can do and not doing that and showing people what I can do, it drives me for this year. I've got ahead of me now, so I'm looking to make a statement this year and show people that I'm not messing. Yeah.
So you've got Richard Horton on the show. What do you know about him? I hear he's quite a big fella.
Yeah, he's a big fella, man. He's handy. Watched him on the David Hay undercard on Saturday. He's busy, he's tough, he's game. But I've got the tools to beat him. I'm going to show that on the 19th of Feb.
How's training going? What have you been doing? Mixing things up? Or?
Yeah, I mean, like I've been training under the watchfly of Ricky Hatton, and I'm hoping that gets signed and sealed so we can have big things, promising things for next year. So if that goes well, I'll be training up there. But other than that, training in Wednesbury, it's buzzing really. You know what I mean? Ready to go again, and obviously make waves this year. Yeah.
How did that come about, the Ricky Hatton thing?
I mean,
got sick of Paul, or?
Nah, I'm not quite sick of him. Yeah. But, I mean, they wanted me last year, but because I was inactive, like I didn't have a chance to go. But they still showed interest in me, and Errol Johnson, my manager, which he's done a great job allowing me to go. Do you know what I mean? To progress me and better me in my career. I still had the opportunity there, so we've gone up last week. Been up there 3 times last week, just come back today, and training's going excellent up there. I feel buzzing being around the gym, obviously training underneath Ricky Hatton's brilliant, and gives me a new lease of life, man, in the ring, like, yeah.
We had a couple of Ricky's fighters on the show last time, and it seems it's not just the fact it's Ricky Hatton and the aura that surrounds him. I mean, we've all seen him on the internet, on the pads and stuff. He is genuinely a brilliant trainer in his own right, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like, the knowledge that he knows, like, you couldn't get better than that, man. I mean, his experience with who he's fought, everyone knows who he's fought and the level he's fought at. So, like, really, I'm just soaking up his knowledge, and he's got plenty to offer.
So what's you said at the moment, there's nothing signed. What's the situation in terms of?
Well, he keeps praising me, telling me how good I am and whatever, but there's nothing been put down to paper. But I think it's going to happen next week, so I'm hoping anyway. It's looking that way, so it's looking promising up there, yeah.
The main thing is getting his training in. He's doing his training. He's going up there and training. He's here training. So whether he does or doesn't, it doesn't really affect his performance on the 19th, because he's really put a lot in. He's really trained really well. He's sparring today as well. Absolutely superb. I'm quite happy where he is anyway. So just onwards and upwards. Just carry on.
And as far as you and Errol are concerned, I guess it's sad to see him go, but it's great to see him progress because.
Well, what is there's a lot of distractions I think he has around here at the moment. So we just because we just want the best for whoever we've got in here. He's still managed under Errol. It's just the best for him as an individual to move up there and get away from some of the distractions over here. There's not a problem with him, because you can only be as good as trainer as what you've got to work with. And Lennox is a joy to work with, you know, on a coaching point of view. Both of these great lads, it doesn't matter whether he goes with Ricky Hatton or stays with us or whatever. I just think it's better for him just to get away from some of the distraction which he does have here. So hopefully it'll be a really good move for him, whichever way it goes. But if he doesn't, yeah, he's hopefully we can get him away from some of the distractions he does have here and just carry on with his career.
He's going to come in for you.
Yeah.
So then obviously you're looking at super middleweight.
Yeah.
Long term as your weight. Obviously Callum Smith's currently the British champion, but he's going to vacate in the next couple of months because he'll be going to world title. Is the British achievable in the next year? Or
of course it is. I mean, definitely aiming for titles this year, whether it's the Midlands area or the English or the British. Anything that comes, we're going to take it, get the 10-round experience in the bank, and then we'll fight for anything this year, yeah.
Brilliant. So we'll look forward to seeing both these guys in action.
Definitely.
I mean, you know the scene, you know all the super middleweights in the scene and that sort of thing. Who are the names out there that you'll put?
Well, Callum Smith, he's the top one, isn't he? And he has sparred with him. And that was before. I mean, how he is now at the moment, he's just on fire. Yeah, he's definitely got the fire back now. And we were sending up Manchester and things like that. He's looking really good.
Exciting times.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks very much, chaps. Join us after the break for part 2. Welcome back to UKO Boxing TV. Joining us for the second half, Ben Wilkes, Wolverhampton middleweight. Martin Gethin, super lightweight is called now for Warsaw. Thanks for your time, gents. Both got fights coming up. Martin, let's talk to you first. How's it going? How's training going? How's Christmas?
Christmas good. That's a lot. But no, it was had a good Christmas, yeah. But starting to get into training and that now. Starting to pick up the running and that. But yeah, back in the Wednesday gym as well now.
How's your mindset at the moment? Because obviously, after getting a lot of momentum in your career, it's been a frustrating couple of years for you.
Well, now I'm more relaxed now because I know the operation's done now. It's all been reinforced, skin graft and whatever else. And yeah, with me, sorry, yeah. There was a little grommet stuck in there from embedded in my eardrum from when I was about 6. And obviously I reckon, well, they said that's what the pain could have been, you see. So now that's been took out, it's been reinforced and all that now, ready to try it out.
Because that came to a head, you fought Ahmed Diaz in a world title eliminator, obviously, and that was when it really first became noticeable. Obviously, it was a stoppage defeat, but I mean, I was there, Ben was in your corner, Paul was in your corner. We could see that you weren't quite right that night.
No. And plus, like, with big things like that, you end up with, people who you've never seen before enter the gym and start trying to give information as well. And there's that, and plus the ones that, the kid was a hard kid as well, hit hard. And that gun as well, it all went to pot when it was biggest night I wanted to make and to get for the world title, but it wasn't to happen.
What's taken so long to actually find out what the problem was? Because it was a couple of years ago and you were seeing various specialists.
It actually started, the first time it happened was when I went sparring up Scotland, Ricky Burns. I sparred Ricky Burns. I was meant to be up there for the week. And the first day of sparring, fight 5th round, and he just collared me around the ear, right, went back, it just popped. And
you thought at the time that was just a perforated eardrum, I guess?
That's what I thought. And we don't think we could get enough time to heal going into the next fight, which was against Ahmed Diaz.
When he got serious, we properly realised with the Tommy Coyle one, because he absolutely had him out. He was out. I mean, he was the kid, and I was when he came back to the corner, I was saying, that's it, finish it now, because he was absolutely. But then his ear just went again. Even Eddie Hearn was on the corner thinking, why is he stopped? And all of us was like, but he was that serious. And afterwards he went to the audiologist. He's had tests and everything like that. So in a way, even I said to him, I said, it's time to leave you now, and everybody did as well. That we thought, like, that's it. But he's got it properly checked. He went to all the specialists, went private. And now, hopefully, by the grace of God, it's sorted. Because Martin, when he's on form, I tell you, he would have beat Ahmed Diaz. And I know we can all say in the hearsay and say afterwards, but I still think that.
I felt that good on that night. It was unbelievable. Before I went in there, and then the first couple of clobbers, the ear rolls, and that was it.
Even with Flanagan, as soon as it went, I mean,
it went, but at the same time, he ripped my ear, so it made it even made double the pain then. Yeah. But yeah,
because like you say, we saw in the Diaz fight, and particularly with the Coyle fight, how good Mark can be. And now now you know what the problem was behind it. Yeah. Does that give you confidence that you can really kick on?
I was confident, like even when against with Derry Matthews when we was in I still say to now that he won that fight. It was close and everybody, but I personally think that he won that fight. Okay, we was in Liverpool and everything happened, but Marty, if he's got that problem that he's got now, without that, actually, I reckon he'll go all the way. I still believe it, because he's always in gym, he's always fit, and another thing, Martin always stays on top of his diet. He doesn't blow up like a lot of other people do. They put on a stone, 2 stone, and he's always had that discipline. And that's why I believe that he can go all the way.
Let's have a look at a little bit of that discipline and training, and we'll come back to you in a second. Right, summing up, what's the plan for this year? Obviously, you've got a fight and it's only a few weeks away now, really.
Yeah. Have a warm up. See how things going there. Get through that all right, and then look up maybe if. See, Doc, I'm on this side. I was thinking of going to like welter, super welter, sorry. Until the ratings come out, and I'm still in, comfortable in top 10, so.
We'll keep dieting for a bit longer then.
I'm thinking whether to keep dieting for a bit longer. Yeah. Right, I'll see how it goes. Like for this fight, and if it looks like it's coming down okay, and I'll be comfortable to make it, then I'll stay there. If not, super welters, super lightweight to one. I keep forgetting about that one, don't you?
Yeah, I'm the same. Ben, what's he like to train with? Because he's almost a bit of a team captain for the stable, really, isn't he?
Yeah, it's good to be around. If you're struggling yourself and you look over Martin's pushing it, he'll push you. And he'll make you work as hard, as hard as everybody, as hard as he can. And we all know he's got a great engine, so it's good to be training around him.
I'm talking about titles and all that sort of stuff. You're fighting Chilla Render. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's not long since you started your comeback, really, and now suddenly you're fighting at the NEC in Birmingham against Chilla Render in an eliminator for the English title.
Yeah, that's something we looked at and we fancied, so we thought, we'll take it.
How did that come about? Because I met you a couple of years ago and you were training lads down here in the gym. You'd had, 7 fights and then knocked it on the head. And now you're sort of 3 fights back and loving life as a pro again.
Yeah, it was always eating away at me, shall I have another go before I get too old? And then I got to 28, 29, I thought, if it ain't this year, it's never going to be. So I thought, I come back last year, I had 3, hit a bit of momentum, then it's sort of slowed off a bit, you know what I mean? Cause I got married, so I thought I'd come back and try and have a good couple of years and see where I can get. And then this come along, so we fancied it, and so we thought we'll take it.
What made you give it up in the first place? Because you obviously still loved it because you were down here every night training the lads. So
I don't know, I weren't in it 100%. I was coming down, I was still sparring with the lads.
It was that loss, wasn't it? It was I don't even know why they stopped it. Tell the truth, we took a shot.
Yeah, because you were 6-0 and then...
and that just like, because I always egged him on, and Errol did as well. Look, because he is good, Benny, he does train really hard, and he was still sparring the kids now. We kept on saying to him, have a come back, and I'm just so glad that he's back, because he is talented, Ben, and I think he could do really well. Yeah, really lovely to see Ben back.
We'll have a look at him in action, and then we'll come back to him. So Ben, as we touched on there, you've got Chilla Render, who's a lot more experienced than you. He's been around the block. He's obviously from Peterborough, but he's with John Pegg's stable over the other side of Birmingham. What do you make of Render?
good kid, very good kid. But I think if I get myself fit, you know, sharp, fit, I think a lot of people struggle to keep up with the weight rate set. You know what I mean? I think if I got the ability, if I didn't think I have, we wouldn't have took it. Yeah. He's a big name to have. You know, if I get there and I beat Renda, look at my record. I beat Chilla Renda, prize fighter finalist twice. You know, now for that double knockdown. He's a good name to.
Vincent, right?
Paul Samuels, Paul Samuels, isn't he? And
so obviously, yeah, that's an eliminator for the title. So the plan obviously will be to finish this year with a belt round your waist, I suppose.
Fingers crossed. Set out from where I've come from to get on the stage that I'm at, you know, that I'll be boxing on. For me, is an achievement in itself. But to get myself a title would be over the moon with it all. Yeah.
Well, chaps, good luck with the fights. Thanks for your time, Paul, as well. Thanks for your time. Join us next time on UKO Boxing TV.
Flashing lights.